Hey everybody, I am pretty pissed right now. I recorded this episode only to find out that I was completely out of focus and all the footage was unusable. And then I came out here to record it again only to find out that I forgot my tripod. So, we're going to do it vlog style. I'm holding my camera on my knee in the hammock. We're going to get this done. It's going to be an awesome, actionable episode where I do a Tinder roast of my coaching client. I'm coaching him to be a kick-ass Tinder dating profile photographer himself, and you're going to get some useful stuff out of it. Hopefully, after this is finally recorded and finally out there, I will be able to relax and let go of the frustration that went into this episode. So, without further ado, here we go. First photo, he is walking with a cup of coffee down the street. Second photo, it's Jim and he is smiling at the camera. Third photo, he is with his camera looking off screen. And the fourth photo, he is on a white background. It is a black and white photo and he is smiling. I have a lot of good things and bad things to say about these photos, and hopefully it will help you build an awesome profile yourself. One of the good things is that he's not just trying to show that he's badass and that he's cool. That's a big mistake that a lot of guys make, is they only try to show one aspect of their personality, that aspect being, hey, I'm cool, hey, I'm a badass, hey, I'm cool. And that's only one thing. That is what will impress your friends, but that is not what will attract women. What will attract women is showing different aspects of yourself, and showing that you have multi-facets, and getting a girl to feel something about you, getting her to see a window into your life and actually see what you're like. This first photo, this client does a really good job of showing different aspects of himself, so props to him. The first photo is him walking with a cup of coffee looking off to the side. This one I would say is an A+ photo. Well, maybe an A. He can improve in getting a more exciting, edgy style, but it's a great photo that shows clearly what he looks like. And the coffee cup makes this photo look immediately more candid. That's one really easy trick you can use in your profile, is to get a prop. Even a simple prop like a coffee cup will help you get your profile looking a lot more candid. So I would definitely 100% suggest getting a prop like that, like a coffee cup or like something else like an umbrella or a backpack, to make your photo from generic to, oh, he's actually doing something. The next photo, he's in a gym and he's smiling at the camera. Big old smile, very candid. This photo was taken with a cell phone, I can tell, because the background is extremely crisp. That happens with very small sensor sizes like your camera. Your camera has a sensor size that is about the size of your pinky nail. This camera here has a sensor size that is the size of a 35 millimeter piece of film. But maybe about I don't know. It's hard. It's like it's a few inches. Maybe like 2 inches diagonal. I have to look that up. I'm not sure. But it's much bigger. And what that does is it gives more depth of field. The background would be blurry. It makes it look more exciting. The way that he is posed, the way that this is framed, I'm not a big fan of this. It's very cluttered in the background. If the background were blurry, you would be able to clearly see him, and it would be a much higher quality photo, give you a better feel. But because the background has a lot of those wires and the lights and the lines, it really distracts from this photo what it could be. So I would retake this photo with a higher quality camera, which he obviously has, because he's a photographer. This next one, great photo. There's a couple of tidbits I have about it, but to talk about the good stuff, it's him with one of his hobbies. It's actually turning into a business for him. He has a camera and he's looking off, which makes it look candid. And I really like when people have cameras to have the camera not on your eye. If you have your camera on your eye, it blocks your face, and it doesn't show you very clearly. But there's a lot of ways to take photos with a camera that aren't on your face, where you're holding it in some way. I'm going to put up some photos that I have of myself taking photos with my camera, so you can see what that looks like and good examples of what you can do with it. And this one is a really good example. I do have a criticism though, and I would create more space to his left and on top of his head, just around him, so that you have more options in cropping this photo. It's cropped very close and it cuts off a slight bit of the back of his arm there, and that gives him less options of how to position himself in the frame. So I would give himself more room the next time he takes a similar photo. The last one, he is smiling on a blank background. It's a black and white photo. First of all, I'm not a big fan of black and white photos on dating apps. It's too artsy, and it also gives the sense that it's more posed. It's not really who you are. Authenticity goes a long way in dating apps, showing the movie trailer version of yourself, where it's authentic, but at the same time, the best version of yourself. What would you look like on your best day? What are the highlights of your life? Don't put things on your dating profile that you couldn't be seen doing, but put things on your dating profile that you would be doing potentially on your best day. And this and black and white photos kind of take away from that. It just makes it feel too posed, too much pre-planning, and not enough authenticity. So that's number one with the black and white. Number two is it doesn't show anything about him. It shows that he has a good smile, sure, but he could show that in other photos. It's just him against the background, which isn't exciting or useful in any way. If I'm a girl swiping on his profile, I'm like, okay, he's got a great smile, but I've already seen that in the other photos, particularly the gym one. I've already seen his smile in the gym one. I don't need to know he has a good smile. I already know what he looks like. What does this photo show me about him? What am I supposed to feel about him that this photo enables me to feel? And there's no extra purpose to this. On dating profiles, each photo should add something to your profile. It should show a side of yourself that you think girls would be attracted to. Do you want to show your caring side? Do you want to show your exciting side? Do you want to show your sexy side? Do you want to show your alluring side? Do you want to show your outdoorsy side? Do you want to show your athletic side? Each photo should show one of those sides on purpose. Your social side, like the one where he has the cup and he's walking down the street, that shows that he is confident and social because he's out in public with a cup of coffee. It's mostly implicit. It's not explicit at all here, but it also shows that he's athletic because he has a good sense of style. It also shows that he is somewhat of an urbanite because of what's behind him and the clothes that he has on. At the same time, the first photo doesn't need to show too much except for what you look like. So all of these are very subtle and bonuses. The next photo, though, even though I wasn't a huge fan of the background, it shows that he is very athletic. That's a good amount of weight on a deadlift bar. And he looks really happy and comfortable at the gym. So that shows, okay, he's athletic. He takes care of his body. And he cares about his physique and his health. The third photo shows that he's a creative guy and he has attention to detail. You see how serious he is in his eyes. Photographers tend to be, you have to have attention to details to do a good job. And you have to have an appreciation for aesthetic, an appreciation for beauty. And so this makes him seem like a more thoughtful, sensitive, interesting guy to get to know. And then also having a sensitivity to beauty is also a very sexy trait because girls want their beauty to be noticed by men. So that's huge as well. And that you can, and also the nice sense of style also adds to it. Be like, okay, he does have an attention to aesthetic, and I can tell because of what he's wearing. And all that is portrayed very subtly and very implicitly, but girls instantly zero in. That's what girls are really good at. They're able to look at you and size you up very quickly, and that goes onto your photos as well. But this one right here, this last one, it doesn't show anything about him. I can't make any conclusions from this photo. Maybe there are some conclusions that girls can make from this photo, but it's either none or very minor ones. And so that's the reason why I'm not a big fan of this photo, because while it's a good photo on dating profiles, it doesn't add anything to this guy's profile. So I would encourage him to replace that with another activity photo, something outside. Perhaps there's no outdoor photos except for him walking. There's no like him hiking or him swimming or anything like that, or maybe him with friends. To improve his profile, what I would do is I would put a lot more activity photos where you could see more about what this guy's into, what it would potentially be like going on a date with them. So especially activity photos where you could do it with somebody else if you wanted to, like being on a hammock like this, or going out and having breakfast or dinner with friends or drinks, etc. Those are things that you could potentially invite a girl to. And so showing those things to her will give you more of a sense of who you are to her, and it'll also give her more of an invite into what you could potentially do together. So I hope that this helped you guys watching this, helped you pick what is the next step in your journey into getting more matches and more dates on dating apps. I'm really glad that I got this out of the tunnel, especially with all the issues that I've had with recording this video, but I'm happy with how this went. If you want to be my next success story, if you want to get more matches and more dates and be noticed by women on dating apps and actually have the dates coming in that you are trying to get, be able to actually swipe and get matches and get girls to go out and meet you and enjoy in your life, then hit me up. There's a link in the description below. Go ahead and check that link, and when you're ready, book a call with me and I will get you handled. I've worked with over 100 clients in 3 countries at this point, in over 25 cities, and I'm just about to go to Wales soon, so I'm really excited for that. In about a month, I'm going to Cardiff, Wales, for a client. Furthest I've gone for a shoot, and I am so excited to be there. So stay tuned. There's definitely going to be a vlog about that in the next month or two. And if you want to be the next person on a Tinder roast, I'm super excited to do more of these. I have some people coming up that I'm going to record and release soon. And check the description below for the email. Email me your profile, and I will do a roast of you. And by emailing me, just to be clear, you are giving me permission to publish the photos that you send to me and your likeness on a YouTube video. And in addition, I will not use your name. I don't use names in profiles unless you opt in. You explicitly say, hey, you can use my name. Usually I don't use names. So hope that helps you out. I'm excited to show you the next one, and subscribe if you haven't. Until the next time, folks, unchain your passion and live life on your own terms.